stream going and the recording going. It seems to be picking you up.
Are you breathing petrol or something more interesting? No, thank you.
There's the cursor.
I'll just observe.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Yeah, I was doing those things with my controller.
Yeah. Alright. So you've got Ash, Alari, Mora, Junkrat, and Hog as your other tank. You obviously don't know what the enemy team has just yet, but it's not awful to position here. But where's the rest of your team right now? Aside from the 3 you see on screen.
The rest of my team is pretty far back. Most likely on the high ground right there.
Right. So you don't actually know.
Yeah. Essentially.
Ash is on the other high ground too. Mora's on the low ground because reasons? And your Junkrat's dead.
Oh,
So
I hear some rain.
staging here isn't awful.
Mm-hmm.
But say, I don't know, the enemy had a Sombra or something. The Diva and the Sombra came after you right now. Like, they came to take this high ground. Who wins the fight?
Yeah.
You or them?
They win.
Right. Why?
It's a 1v2.
Right. So positioning here is good normally, but because you don't have anybody to help you here, it'd be actually be better if you stat over with the rest of your team. Because if you see them push to that high ground, you boosters to here, and then you contest them within line of sight of your team to help.
Yeah.
Because, like, you're not going to do much value right where you're at. You're not going to do much value where you're at. But, like, either spot isn't great. Because you're way outside your effective range right now. Ryan tried it. Who'd you just leave? Who'd you leave?
Oh,
alone?
not gonna lie. The screen share is a bit laggy for me.
Laggy how?
More like choppy.
I
I
mean,
don't know if it was the rain or...
it could just be because I'm streaming to Twitch right now, and I'm also stream share settings. You might just have to, shit, I don't know. Oh, no, it's because my internet is being garbage right now. Like, absolute poop.
Scar sucks. That's right.
Let's see what happens if I cancel the stream part on Discord. If my OBS bitrate goes up. No, maybe. Seems to be going up a little bit. Not okay. 3,000 now. Why is it? I wonder if it's because of where I put my PC. Inconvenient. Here's what we're gonna do then.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna stop the stream part. And I'm just gonna stream on Discord for you.
Alright.
And hopefully that'll make it better for
Yeah. You'll still be
Okay.
able to record it though, right?
Yeah, I'm still recording it. I was just
Yeah.
canceling the stream part so I'm not
Yeah.
streaming to Twitch and Discord screen share at the same time. Is it better now, it looks like?
Or rewind and play.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Alright. It was more visible a second ago. We'll go back to here. Alright.
It's a bit better. Alright.
Did you see the part why I'm pausing it right here?
Mm-hmm.
The soldier dropped off the high ground
See-
and is just getting away.
Yeah.
He was only on your screen
I
for
knew
a
I
moment.
heard him. I knew I heard him because I kept going back to that high ground because I thought I heard him over and over.
Okay, so you just lost track of him. Okay.
Yeah.
But again, that's gonna be one of those. Would you had a harder time, easier time tracking them if you had just started over here to begin with?
Yeah.
That you just got to pay attention to where you have follow up.
Cause yeah, I thought I heard him. That's why I was there.
Gonna stay top. Because in a situation like this, what's the angle you hold?
Um. Well, normally you would hold the high ground.
Okay,
you know,
but
right
what
up there.
angle are you
But-
holding right now?
Right now the part.
What angle is your
you know,
hog holding?
main.
What's the angle your hog is holding?
The same one I'm on.
And your Mora.
Uh-huh.
The rest of your team, I mean, your Junkrat's on an off angle a little bit, but like not great. If that Ashe decides to take that pedal up, like if they do a coordinated effort, the BAP jumps up to the bridge, Ashe takes the pedal, and Diva flies up over here. What happens to your backline?
Yeah.
They're dead. You can hold the same angle with them right here, even right over here. You know, you can be on the high ground, a very similar angle, but because you have the height, your presence, just being here, is going to be more of a threat to deny them from attacking this high ground. Because you're getting okay value here, but y'all had that tank trade either way, even if you weren't on the low ground.
My ultimate is charged.
think here I'm trying to draw their attention when they look at me. I don't know if that's...
I think you should have finished off that Ash. Because instead of matrixing the Malga, because you can always turn and boost her out. If you micro missile this this Ash, the Ash is dead.
Oh, I didn't even notice she was slow.
Right, and that's a...
Yeah.
Because, like, the Malga is going to be a nuisance, but you still have boosters. You still got cover. Like, your team's got the angles. You've still got, what, basically your whole matrix, right? Yeah, you've got basically your whole matrix, most of your health bar. You've got loads of resources. They can't realistically push you right here. I mean, D.Va can, but that's about it.
Well, she's baby
D.Va's,
right now, but
right?
yeah.
D.Va's D-Mech.
Yeah.
You don't have a real threat. If Malga gets you low, like 300 health, breaks armor, you peek.
Yeah.
You stop peeking. But in the meantime, micro missile that Ash, and you're going to get some chip damage on that baby D.Va. You stopping the Matrix, this chip damage, this poke damage. Ash gets away. Full heal. Your micro missile got for chip damage, but didn't really do anything.
I was trying to finish off without getting too close. Or activate the ultimate.
That was your Junkrat's fault. Front tree.
Again, I thought I heard this bolt. They have swapped.
I mean, this whole fight, you just kind of exist for a defense matrix for your hog, who realistically should have enough breather resource and a Mora and a healing pylon and an Alari, plenty enough to keep him alive through his whole hog. Plenty. Not that button. It's what? This one? Yeah, there we go. Lots the red and blue circles. Like, you lost your Junkrat, but this is still a 5v6, 5v6. This is still winnable. They're kind of matrixing not much. Are you seeing why your hog is actually struggling with this?
Do something.
Are you seeing it? Bap, Weaver, and Widow all got to claim this bridge. They all got to claim the bridge. You were down your Junkrat, but your Alari and Ash couldn't hold this high ground by themselves. They got forced out by the Widow. When they got forced out by the Widow, it let the Bap and the Weaver get up. You failed your team. If I was the hog, I would be fucking livid right now. Livid.
Oh.
Just because the hog wasn't getting the Alari heals or the healing pylon because the Widow was allowed to exist on the high ground. This is one of those cases where you could have been up here and the Widow peeks up, you boost her at her. And then you hold this choke, because then is she allowed to have the high ground? She has to take a farther angle, a worse angle, way worse angle. And then your backline is still allowed to have this hold this high ground. Your hog gets healed. And y'all hold this point. Now, your Junkrat kind of sold. But if you had been on top, I definitely feel like y'all could have held that. Because their Widow wasn't hitting shots. It was the threat of the Widow that pushed your team out.
Yeah.
So, like, tank synergy is important, but D.Va doesn't really synergize with Hog. The only time you want to go after Malga is when you matrix his haha. So, you kind of ignore Malga until you hear him go, haha. And then if you're already close enough, then you matrix it.
Yeah. No, I know that. I know that.
I'm gonna go back 6 seconds. I'm gonna guess you're still with the Malga. D.Va Malga. Running from the Malga. And the Bob. Like, you see what I'm saying though?
No.
Okay.
No, I understood what you said.
Matrixing for your Hog. Now you need the Matrix because he was actually low. You're trying to force the tank trade. When your Hog honestly was fine living that. You really could have lived that without your Matrix for a decent amount. You're trying to help your Alari, but it was still, your Alari was dead. Your Alari was caught out.
Yeah.
That was a moment you let your Alari die. You bombed remech and you know your Alari was dead. Finish the Ash. Push her. The BAP. I would have liked you to go after the BAP first there. Cause like, I get it, you were after the Widow, but Widow already went in the corner. You could finish boosters, land on the top, and push BAP out. And then Widow can get followed up afterwards. And it's a little bit more faster and succinct, you know? It's like Widow definitely seems like she didn't have grapple.
60 seconds.
You had to boost her to the top to help your team. Now you have... Oh, and she dropped? She dropped? Okay. At a higher elo, what direction is that D.Va gonna go?
She's gonna go to the back to that high ground.
Right, she's gonna go back room toward the bridge.
Yeah, it's the bridge.
So the D.Va sold. Right here, you should be jumping that D.Va to help finish demeching her. Your team might manage it. Yeah, okay, your D.Va, she does get demeched.
She's in, yeah.
But like, this is another fight where if you had just started top, the D.Va wouldn't have been able to get up here. And then when she did boost her to get up to here, you could just chase her. And then if she did try to back out through this room, well, you matched her cooldown. Instead of you used your cooldown to get up there, and she had hers back sooner to get away. Higher elos, that D.Va gets away. That D.Va gets away and lives because you didn't have boosters, because you didn't position on top.
Right.
Not the button. There it is. That Moore is about to kill your BAP. That Moore is holding the high ground. Like, did you see what she just did to Junkrat?
Yeah, right.
She didn't even move. She stood still and killed him. Because your old team was on low ground. Your BAP had been on high ground, but he got forced out. And then he lost because he got jumped. It's like you were playing Diva, but not a bad bomb.
No. Yeah, I kind of went for a risky play there. I wanted to kill someone, but I knew I almost had it bombed, so I...
Well,
Yeah.
let's see.
Also, another thing, I'm gonna be honest here. You know, I'm pretty good with holding high ground on Diva. I think the reason why I was trying so hard here to stay with my hog for the most part was because a lot of the time I see my other tank just explode when they're by themselves like that, especially when it's on when they're on low ground, essentially by themselves.
And that's
so like,
let them die. As a Ryan 1 trick, let them die. If they position poorly, if they do not use cover correctly, they die. They can die. If Hog solo dies by himself on this low ground, your Mora can fade out. The car's going to be right about in here still. If you and your whole team, the rest of your team are up here, ideally your Mora's up here too, but you know, if you're the rest of your team's up here, y'all have this whole high ground to rain death down onto them. Rain death. And then if the cart really starts to get pushed a decent amount, once it's, you know, starting to go a little bit far past right in here, you know, right before it goes under this bridge, that's when you drop. Burn as many of the enemy resources as you can before you drop. Your hog dies because he didn't position well, because he blew the fuck up. Skill issue. Skill issue. Yeah, 110%. That's all that comes down to.
Right.
91. It's not awful. Gets back. All right, not bad. Matrix. All right, I'm curious. Okay. By the time you got in there, you're 98 to bomb. You had your full matrix back. You lost some health getting in there, but you confirmed the BAP kill. As long as you get this other 2% and you don't instantly blow up, which a couple of shots and you're going to get this 2%. I would have shot instead of matrixing. I would have just shot. You would have had the bomb faster. But I mean, it's not off. And then walk farther into them. You get the Ash. You do like the Diva. Booster. Squishy. You lost track of him. Soldier. Play the hallway. Alright. I'm going to nitpick this a small amount. You're caged out, but you can stall cart from right here. God damn it, whatever.
Yeah.
You can stall cart from right here. It'll push forward a little bit.
Yeah.
But who else?
The cage.
Yeah, the cage was.
The cage made me panic.
Right, yeah.
I could have totally done that.
But from here, who all is shooting you?
Yeah.
I mean, you're just adding the Baby Diva to the mix, but Baby Diva will remech. Or even before, like, as the Malga dies, juke into here. Then when the BAP can hold lamp longer. He can hold lamp longer. You can save some of your matrix. You can just live longer. Instead of shooting the soldier and all from over there. Into this room, shoot the shield. Help break the cage. I mean, you do manage to get out, but by the fucking skin of your teeth. Top right. You matrixed chip damage. Now you don't have matrix for the rocket. You didn't have a... Alright, you're full healed. I want you to see how this fight plays out if you had been up here. Because, like, they don't... Like, Diva could get up here to you. Ashe could coach gun. Bap could jump. But, like... Just like on that game of Dorado me and you looked at. Just watch how this plays out if you had this angle. You can still shoot the Diva, matrix out the soldier, instead of shooting the Malga or matrixing. Let your hog breather. He'll be fine breathing through that. Push the back line. Shooting the soldier and Ashe right here forces them to not be able to get this space.
Yeah. But...
Now you're split. They took this whole corner. Ashe was able to get a really good bob because you're on the ground still. You just sat on the ground. If your hog's gonna fucking blow up, your hog's gonna blow up. He's dead. Like you just have to trust him to succeed. That's it. You're dead here. I'd rather you boost right into him. Like, real shit. Like, Ashe is low. Matrix, but booster. Matrix, booster, and micro missile. Kill the soldier. Flip that fight. Flip that whole fight. Like, that's what I was hoping you were going to do. When you just matrixed and walked at him... Soldier gets away, and he's full health.
Right.
Okay, he's low. But he's low in that mix, and then...
Oh, yeah, I don't know why I dropped here. I saw this while I was doing my own...
Tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Because you saw the soldier low,
tunnel vision.
he dropped, and then you saw him still low, so you dropped to try and finish him. But you dropped to try and finish him in front of a... Moira, Bap, in the line of sight of their Ashe, behind their team. So you walked in the middle of their team to try and finish a kill, forced all your cooldowns. Booster out, booster out. You might have been able to just hold that.
Oh, and then here, I noticed. So, I could have lived.
So, he was gonna bomb. You boosted for like 2 meters. At the point you're already using boosters, keep it going. Just keep it going. Take this. Because, like, you turn this corner, and as you boosted, I saw that this was all free. It was all free. Just take this top.
Right.
Because you can always take... And then the soldier doesn't have it. Your Sigma doesn't have to worry about it. Your Sigma can worry about the rest of the fucking team. The Diva's going to remech either way. Like, that Diva's remeching. Now you're, again, caught in the middle of the team. Where's your team? Bap's there, Soldier's there, Sigma's coming out, Junk is coming out. Alright. You know the enemy team just pushed cart. Where do you need to go? Give me a couple options. Give me a few options. What are some options you want to
Yeah.
stage for this fight?
Alright, so I could go on that bridge, but I feel like it's not very useful. It's not very useful at the moment. There's also the other high ground across from it, and there's also within that the building, right, the orange building thing.
Under the high ground?
Yeah.
Give me one more. There's a bunch of spots I can see, but just give me another spot.
Yeah. I guess also like over the.
Even if it's where you end up actually staging for this fight, just where's another spot?
Over the thing, the other high ground.
Over the thing.
Over. Over.
Oh,
the bridge.
over the top. Over the
Over
top.
the top. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what that is. A fuel canister.
Yeah, I don't know. Silo, fuel canister. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna evaluate the orb. Let's see where you stage for this fight. I'm gonna hope that was an accidental drop because it looked accidental.
I believe so. This was 5 days ago, so I'm not.
Right, yeah. Like I said, it looked
Yeah.
accidental. All right. So, realistically, though, you staged down here. You staged right here, where you would stage any brawl tank. Like you would stage Zarya here. Because you don't get up top. Considering, you turn around, you check where your team was. Imagine if you staged over here. Like, as you saw your BAP coming around, you double check, your team's coming out of spawn. They're not all the way out yet. But by the time you booster over to here, into a safe angle, where your BAP can still arc grenades and heal you, like all the way back, out of line of sight. No danger. They have to completely push up the Diva or the BAP or, Ash Coach Gun, more fade jumps, whatever. They have to use a mobility cooldown to also catch you. And then they'll be caught between you and the BAP. So y'all are both shooting them. They're going to lose. Over here would be ideal. Because then you control this. And by the time they contest it, you have boosters again. And you'll still have Matrix. And you have off angles from your ally. And then also, when your Sigma pops Flux, full line of sight to fucking murk all of them. All of them.
Yeah.
Or break the Baptiste lamp if he lamps. Push the BAP. BAP doesn't get this angle for the window. He just doesn't. Like, you don't know that their backline is coming around here, but you win this fight. This is premier spot. Long time ago on 6v6 days, I held I played this map. I actually ended up having to swap to Sigma. My horse stayed down here with both supports at a BAP up here. It was me and Soldier up here on this high ground. And we held this with a little bit of healing from BAP. Because you have two tanks. Your main tank, in this case Sigma, or Hog, runs main. You hold this high ground. You hold this high ground. Or, like you said, you could take this bridge. This bridge isn't bad. It's not bad. It's not as good, but if the BAP windows, is he shooting you? Is he shooting you with the damage boost when he windows? No.
No.
He has to get point blank. The rest of their team can't see you. They can't. So you have a different angle. And then when your Sigma fluxes, you have a couple options. You can booster toward the BAP to distract him so he cannot lamp this flux. You can booster in, push their back line, even if you don't do that, you just chip damage. When their back line comes to push, you can drop on them. Staging under here would be not ideal just because you're so split from your team. And in order to use your boosters for mobility, you have to go through them, or you go around and try to snag the health back and have enough time to get up top. And then you still have to wait on your cooldown after burning some, you know, like use your matrix to stay alive.
Yeah.
So you end up here anyway. So like under's not bad. And then the top on, you know, going over, just going over the top, it's not awful. But then you're split from your team. You don't have any support. I mean, your BAP could get to you, but so it's not awful. Ideally, you take the far side high ground. You take an off angle. You have the mobility. I mean, I'd rather under here, like instead of in this, you know, orange room, over here would be better. Because then you definitely have enough time to booster to the mega and get up top. Or just booster straight up top. Sometimes I'll sit in this room with rare occasions. Depends on my team comp. But you could sit in this room. It's way outside of your firing range because you have shotguns. It's bad. But it's an option. You know, like this too. You could sit here and chip damage poke. This still going to mean that the BAP is denied this angle.
Yeah.
I mean, instead, like, they might hold this fight just because of the window and the lamp. You got the BAP and the lamp. Diva Mac. And BAP. So, I mean, you managed to get the fight. Because you invested your bomb. Which, I mean, it was a good bomb. It was a good bomb. But just think if you hadn't had to use the bomb. Micro.
Yeah.
Up top. Cross. It's almost like you're playing Diva like you would play Zarya.
Am I?
Almost. Yeah. Because, like, you look to matrix your ally when they start getting low, like you would, you know, bubble them.
Yeah.
Because it looks like you're playing them very similar. And, I mean, in a way, you play them similar, but they're wildly different. Like, the skills can be there.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a baggage. I don't know what it is.
Bad habit.
Yeah, bad habit.
Carryover from playing so much Dario.
Yeah, I mean, it's about to surpass my Mercy playtime, which used to be my third most played hero.
Waste of Matrix.
Yeah, very
Alright.
much so.
I didn't even look at the scoreboard, and I knew Malga had Cage. Because I was about to say, what happens right now? You're out of Matrix. Malga charges in, drops Cage, gets low, pops haha.
Yeah.
What happens? How does your team survive it?
You don't have a Matrix to stop him from...
Your team's fucked. Your team is fucked. With a capital F. Because that's if they don't even use Bob. Like, Malga could just charge it and Cage. Like, I mean, they would have to burn through the shield and the Sigma suck. But with you and a Sigma both getting trapped in that cage, and you're out of Matrix, if I'm Malga, the moment I see your Matrix hold that long, I'm going in. I'm making the call. I'm going for Cage. Like, I'd be yelling in the chat, I'm going for Cage. And the moment I say that, what's Ash going to do?
Sorry, you're playing Malga?
If I was playing Malga, the moment I
Yeah.
saw you hold Matrix that long, I'd be charging in. I'd be like, I'm going in for Cage. I'd be charging in for Cage. Because Diva doesn't have Matrix. Sigma already put his
Yeah.
shield out. I'm telling my team, I'm going for Cage. What's Ash going to do? The moment I drop that fucking Cage. With,
Right, she's
what,
gonna-
4,
yeah,
5 people in there?
Yeah, she's gonna bob.
She's going to bob. How do you survive it? How do you fix it? You don't. You don't.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't have the high ground. You don't have Matrix. Your Sigma's too far up. Your Sigma's too far up because he saw you up there. Now, I already know. Let's see. How far back does this... Okay. And I'm going to put this at a slightly faster so that... So you're up top, so you're mostly safe. Your Sigma is actually in a decent position right here because they're pushed out. You boost her to here. Sigma's like, okay, I have the angle still. My Diva flew to me. Moira's with me. I can hold this angle. You see all the resources going into keeping this Sigma and you alive?
Yeah.
If you stayed on the... Honestly, I wouldn't have been mad if you stayed on the overside. Because, like, you're not going to do a ton of damage. But it's...
You make them look at you, yeah.
You're going to annoy the shit out of them. You're going to bother them. You're going to be aggravating and annoying. Which means they're not shooting your Sigma. Which means you don't have to use Lamp. Which means you don't have to burn your whole Matrix. Your Sigma's gonna be like, oh, fuck. I'm taking a bunch of damage. Let me find a fucking wall. Unfortunately, your Bap's Lamp, your Matrix, you jumping to him, or even, like, I would have minded if you went to this other high ground, so that at least you have an other angle. Like, this one's not as good with the way your Sigma's positioned, but your Sigma should be farther back anyway.
Yeah.
Junkrat got forced out. They're going for the backline Cage. No?
60 seconds remaining.
You just chased the Mora. You got the finish. You got bailed out there. Take top, take top, take top, take top. Did you just boost her for 5 meters again? Or for like 3 meters? No, okay. It was just the speed. And see, now y'all are all... Y'all... Alright, so they bob. Ana lands asleep. Your Sigma's already matrixing. Your Sigma's already sucking. Your Ana's probably dead here, whether you matrix or not. She's not living that long enough. She's just not.
Yeah.
Not unless you body block for her. So here, your Sigma will live through that coalescence. Don't matrix your Sigma. The moment you see him, sucking, let him go. Them trying to shoot him will just help y'all. You matrixing through the suck actually hurts him. Either you get out by yourself, let your Sigma try and fend for himself, hold Matrix and you walk out, wait, use Matrix after he backs out, or you walk forward a little bit and hope that you can body block your Ana out with the Matrix out. Because most of the team is shooting at your Ana.
To begin with, Ana shouldn't even be there.
Right. Ana should have been there. But why was your whole fucking team there?
I wouldn't even, yeah.
Why was your whole team out in the middle of the street?
Because both tanks were there.
Right. What enabled the Sigma to feel like he was safe to play that far up?
Yeah, because I was there with him.
Right. So you've like one person doing a bad play is feeding or being stupid. 5 or 6 people doing a bad play is a bad plan, but at least it's a plan. So, I mean, at least you had a plan, but you could have done the same thing by staying on this far high ground. Just take one of the high grounds. Or fuck, honestly, if your Sigma's pushing that far up, you've got enough cover in this room, honestly, to just play this fucking room. Just play. I would have rather your Sigma play this room. But if you're going to be aggressive and you're going to run it down, run it down. Well, if you're going to do it, do it. Run it all the way down.
30 seconds
Yeah.
remaining. The payload 10 seconds remaining.
Why do you drop?
Payload 10 seconds remaining.
You dropped and Matrix the anti Malgo. And I mean, bomb, it gets the cage and the...
Let's shake things up.
Y'all manage this?
Sorry, I was taking notes. Yeah.
You're good. I mean, I know I'm gonna go ahead and say it again, but how much easier does this fight go with you up here? Just staying up top. Just staying up top.
10 seconds remaining.
Anna landed a fat nade. What two key cooldowns just came out? 3.
Yeah.
3. And Ash had just coach gunned. So, the enemy team just used Lamp, Mora Heal Orb. Ash used coach gun. I'm pretty sure I saw BAP use Regen Burst. What cooldowns does the enemy team have at that? Or what does their backline have? Mora might have Fade. Ash might have Dynamite. BAP is fucking anti right now. BAP is anti. What's he gonna do if you fucking roll his face?
Nothing. Maybe lamp.
No, he's going to die. He already used Lamp.
Oh, he already did.
0.75 speed.
10 seconds.
Lamp comes out. You see the little ring. Regen burst. Ash used Dynamite.
Okay.
She might have coach gun on pulled. That's the heal orb.
If he already used it, yeah, he did. He did.
Why do you think the Malga lives right here? You're trying to kill the Malga, but why does the Malga live?
I've got you in my sights.
Their backline is free.
Overtime.
Because the BAP and Mora are
Heal him.
free to just heal him.
Yeah.
If you had stayed top, saw all those cooldowns come out,
Yeah.
BAP's dead. Mora's going to fade. Ash might try to coach gun out. You're going to burn the rest of their cooldowns. BAP is dead. You find the Mora, you kill the Mora as soon as she comes out of fade and finish killing the BAP.
Right.
Because she doesn't have heal orb, she didn't have fade. She's going to be running for her life. What are the heals that their tanks are going to get? And the Ash. Or in the soldier. Like,
Yeah.
what heals are they going to get? None. Because they're dead.
Nada.
Will Malga be able to cage this? He might have to try to cage to stay alive for the overtime. Devo, you win this whole fight. Because you... Patience. Just
Right.
waited on high ground.
Yeah.
You gotta just kind of trust your backline and your main tank to do the thing. Because, like, your Sigma got coach gunned away from point. I mean, he could have used Suck slightly sooner, but Ash was like, oh fuck, there's a Sigma. Yamalga's trying to touch. You win this whole fight way more cleanly. Bap doesn't have lamp, or no, window. Window is not even a thing. Your Junkrat gets a fat tire. Like, you win this whole fight gravy, butter fucking smooth if you just stayed high ground.
Oh yeah, I did swap monkey. Forgot about that.
I don't know if we're gonna really dig into the monkey a ton, because you don't play a ton of monkey, do you?
Sometimes.
I mean, I can understand why your ball would go ball. He was getting burned. But, I mean, that's as much his fault as yours and the rest of the team's fault. Most of your main tanks, or people playing in the main tank position, are going to make as much space and play as much of a greedy angle as they get the resources and you're allowed to do.
Yeah.
So if you've got fucking, I don't know, Anna Weaver full pumping your main tank with heals, focusing them, then that main tank's going to try and make all the space they can with those heals.
Yeah.
But if they've got Zen Lucio, and the Zen's healing the fucking Tracer Genji the whole time, and Lucio's on speed, I mean, the tank might be mad, but if he's half decent, he's going to play really, really, really safe. Or the moment he sees Discord and Lucio's on speed with him, full tilt. Burn them.
Right.
So, like, the BAP happened to win off the map? Chase the soldier. Oh, wait. It's still in 0.75. Why did you drop? Okay, you dropped to jump right back up. You do the same kind of stuff on Diva a little bit. You drop to jump right back up. Jump to here. You might have to alt fire, but how much more space are you going to make from here instead?
Right, yeah.
Like, your ball...
I mean, it's a risk, though, because you have Diva.
Right, they have Diva, but if you're here, and you walk up these barrels or whatever, and you just hold bubble, you just tickle them, you just be a nuisance. Diva uses boosters to get up here. You walk behind. You just make sure the Diva isn't there to support their backline.
Right.
But you're still holding the high ground. Okay. I thought you jumped into them for a moment.
No, no.
Jump to BAP, jump to BAP, jump to BAP. Hold bubble. Hold it, hold it. Just live there. Just live there. Just live there. No, no, no. Why did you drop here? I mean, both tanks are there. But instead of dropping there, you sacrifice one of your team or whatever. Your Venture's here. Your BAP's on the high ground. If you had dropped over here on the enemy supports. You could have dropped over here, bubbled it. BAP might jump out. Mora might fade out. But you've got this side.
Yeah.
And your BAP's going to be free to heal you and shoot them. Your Venture's going to jump in. Chaos. Chaos. Did you use jump to get over here? If you had stayed up here, would you have used jump to get to where this spot?
No.
You would have just fallen.
The drop.
Just fallen. Just gravity. And then bubble. And then Bap's like, oh fuck, there's a monkey. Let me lamp. Ash is gonna, they're all, you've got 4 people.
They're all gonna look at me. Yeah.
Right. They're all gonna look at you.
And then their tanks have no support.
Their tanks have no one. Your queen should be able to ruin that Sigma. You've got Junkrat on high ground on an off angle. Just look at how they're split. If you just dropped on them,
Yeah.
you win this fight. Done. I'm like Alari's trying to keep your queen alive, but they're playing the mega. They've still got heal pylon. Like you're almost Alari's almost got jump. Queen still got carnage. She just used shout, but she's full health. You wasted some health getting over there. Your Bap still got fucking lamp. Your Ventures, in burrow in the ground. Your Junkrat's like, but look at the resource disparity here. Like, Soldier's out of like he's heal stationing already.
Yeah.
Mora's just used orb, but she doesn't fade.
Yeah, no, they would have been.
Okay, their Bap
They
has
would've-
lamp, but here he's heal, but like their team's fucked.
Yeah.
You win this whole point. Like you push this cart, you win the point, or you almost win it by falling. Oh, there's lamp. Venture and Bap. Venture and Bap forced lamp. Oh, and Diva
Yeah.
booster to them. Who's helping Sigma?
Nobody.
What if you were over here, playing in your bubble right now? Bap dies sooner. Diva doesn't try to make the booster up to the top. You make it over here, but you use jump to get over there. Like,
Right.
whole fight's won. Instead, I'm not gonna, like, you see how the fight turned out.
Yeah, yeah.
Bubble's a little bit late. Maybe. I mean, you got punched.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah. I didn't notice the BAP.
Yeah, I mean, you were getting punched there either way. Primal Rage. With the oh, you don't even have the perk yet. Okay. General rule is when you Primal Rage, you should have just stayed where you were. Stayed where you were. Because instead of jumping, look at this. Like, you have their team fucked. You're not using lube. You are not saying not, please. You're ignoring the safe word. You are bending them over and tearing through their pants. They're dead. The BAP got forced out. Yeah, he's got window, but what the fuck is window gonna do? Soldier's gonna run at you. Soldier's gonna run at you. Mora's gonna fade away. Like, their team's dead.
Nerf this.
You jumped the BAP. Good jump on the BAP. Like, you saw where he was, you saw the window, you went and countered it.
Shit, I do see it. Hold up. I'm back. What'd you say?
I said you did good jump in the BAP.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, you saw BAP window, and
Yeah.
you took some health landing up there. You should have bubbled sooner. Maybe you didn't have it? Yeah, you didn't have it.
Yeah.
I mean, you strafed it. You having bubble or not, I don't love the play, but I definitely don't hate it. It'd have been
Yeah.
better
Okay.
to do something a little bit different. On the other hand, you made sure BAP couldn't heal his team with that window. And you didn't hesitate. You saw BAP window, you jumped. Instantly. It was like, no.
Yeah.
That's why it worked. That's why it worked. I don't know if there was a need for a jump there. Get more. Well, you needed a card. Okay. And you could play Diva in a lot of the similar ways. You got Coach gunned out. Alright, where do you want to stage this fight? You killed Ash. They're coming out of spawn.
Oh.
Your team mostly there.
Literally,
Go ahead.
literally where I am, but like on the high ground. Right above it. Or on top of the build, on top of the ship.
Yeah, top of the jet. Because who can get to you from the top of the jet, and how? Just looking at their roster. Looking at their roster, not what cooldowns they have, who's there.
Yeah. Diva, maybe Ash. Oh.
Diva can just boost her up there from the ground. It's hard. It takes her full booster, and she got to go straight up, but she can get there.
Yeah.
BAP can just jump, because BAP can just jump. Mora would have to be already up here on this part.
Yeah.
Mora
I'm fading.
already has to be up top, and she could fade jump. Soldier has to already be up here, and he could rocket jump.
Yeah.
Ash has to already be up here, and she can coach gun.
Yeah.
So if BAP tries to jump you, well, you use bubble, you make him use lamp, and then you jump out, because you're going to lose that 1v1. Unless you have primal, you lose the 1v1. It's just the thing. But your bubble is 10 seconds, his lamp is 25 seconds. He's also going to regen burst. Who wins the cooldown trade?
I do.
Right. Diva boosters up here. But, I mean, if you bubble dance, you can win the 1v1 with Diva. It's a skill-based matchup these days. And even if not, well, both teams are distracted. And you can just jump back to your team. You get out faster than she does. Your jump activates faster than her boosters.
Yeah.
And you got Alari, Lucio, Mora. Right? Yeah, Alari, Lucio, Mora. You jump to your Alari. You're fine. So, top. All the way top. And if they don't take this high ground and contest you up here, and they just soldier or something, you just fall off the ship. You still have shield, you still have bubble.
Mm-hmm.
You stage the high ground, not bad. A little bit late, but just hang out. Just hang out. Nope.
Too early?
Way too early. Way too early.
Also, my team was under.
Yeah. They're winning that 2v1.
Yeah.
Look what their Ash, your soldier's coming out. Your Ash isn't there. Your Venture's here. Your Alari can't heal you. You only have Lucio heals. Look at the fight. You're
Yeah. Right.
effectively 3v4ing. With Lucio, you lose this. Way too early. So I said just hang out. You forced bubble. They forced your bubble. You don't have jump yet. You're not on the high ground. Now you don't have jump. Your Lucio beats. Like it works, but how many ults did your team just dump?
3.
Beat Cole, Sun beat Cole and Queen's Carnage. 4 ults. Enemy team used Coalescence. Because that's all they had. Your team way over ulted. But y'all have been so used to fucking hard losing fights.
Yeah.
Your team was so used to hard losing fights. Your team saw your queen land a fat ult. And they're just like, we need to capitalize on this.
Yeah.
Why is it so hard to capitalize on fights? Who holds the high ground? Nobody on our team has been holding the high ground.
Yeah.
You're on Monkey and you're running it down main like a fucking Reinhardt. Like, you saw what you just bubbled, right? Nothing. You finally jump top, but you don't have bubble to stay top. So you end up walking back down for the mini. And you're back on the ground.
Do something. The payload is approaching its destination.
You're distracting the hazard, so like not bad. Probably bubble dancing.
I think he walled me.
Well, I mean, either way. All right, now you're top.
Yeah.
What did you bubble? Bubble to try and make sure you get out? I mean, eh. You would actually, unironically, you would have been better on Zarya. The way you've been playing it. Just better. Nitpick, if you look like low, look closer toward the ground, you actually jump a shorter distance.
Yeah.
So you could have jumped at the BAP. Because it's like a 1.5 second cooldown.
Why
And then I go
answers
Sigma.
when we do not know the question.
I mean, Sigma would have been better. Sigma would, at least you're,
Yeah, but
at least staying on the main, staying on the ground, running it down, is better on Sigma than it is on Monkey. You have more resources.
yeah. I don't mind that lamb.
I think you were they're dead there either way. But I think you actually stay. Yeah. Instead of backing up after you look up to suck, if you had stayed where you were or walked forward, you kept those 3 alive. If you had walked at that diva and the soldier and the Ashe, you would have kept those 3 alive. Because, like, what cooldowns were they going to have to go through your matrix? Punch? Morris suck? Not matrix, suck. Like, Morris, they were going to damage you through the suck. Use the suck to push into them. And you would have flipped that fight. I'm not going to super nitpick it because, like...
Excavation initiation.
She gets a fat ult. A little bit late there. Not bad.
Oh, dude. I was like, I remember this. I was like yelling at my team to turn around and look at the soldier, and no. I mean, not that they. My Avenger was dead, I guess.
Well, I mean, you saw the soldier up there, and you put the shield up. Not bad. Instead of just looking straight at him, rotate to here. Why rotate to here?
So I suck both things, yeah.
Right. Bob and Soldier. Because Soldier's shooting in the ass right now.
Yeah.
He's outside your range. Let him go. He's not your problem anymore. He's outside of your range.
Yeah.
Like, the moment he was outside of your range, right there, when you clean shots, but you were outside his range. What happens on the other side of the battlefield? Bap gets in there. Hazard almost kills your Bap. He has the real gen burst, has the lamp. Mora keeps him alive. They come out of spawn. Then you turn around for it. See what I mean, though? Like, soldiers outside your range, he's not your problem. You either go after him, you don't have the cooldowns for that. You don't have the mobility. You gotta leave your team to, like, deal with what you can. He's outside your range.
Yeah.
Like, you win this because fat ults by your fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you played that more like you would play King's Row. Honestly. You played Gibraltar more like you would play fucking... I don't know... Junkertown almost. I don't know. Fucking Rialto, you know? Like you played high ground a little bit, but you ran down main. A ton. A ton.
I'll be honest, I'm way better on offense Gibraltar than I am on defense.
You weren't that great on offense. You still have the same problems. You just had the aggressive play style to make it work better.
Well, I also went monkey.
Right.
Not, you know.
It's the aggressive play style, though. Like, you like to go. I love to go. But you've seen me, even on defense, I'll pick a corner, and I become an immovable object. I want to go so bad. I want to push so bad. But pushing will get us killed. So I don't.
Yeah.
So it's not about so much the better on attack.
Oh no, it was more so like holding those high ground angles. Like on attack, it's completely different than on defense. Because like on attack, you're taking it from them, but on defense, you're holding it. So it's like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, where do I hold from?
I mean,
if that makes sense. I don't know.
Right, yeah, that's part of the learning curve.
Yeah.
It's going to depend on what's your comp, what's the enemy comp, exactly what map you're on, where did the last fight take place, where is the cart, am I on attack, am I on defense?
Yeah.
It's like the really good example. Very first fight of the game. Where did you position as D.Va?
On the bridge.
Is that a bad position?
Depending on where my team is.
Even still, it wasn't a bad position. It just wasn't ideal.
No.
It wasn't bad, it just wasn't ideal. So, but if you had, I don't know, fucking, your Alari with you. Because your Alari doesn't have damage fall off. And she has jump and pylon. So y'all could hold that. If your Alari was up there with you, does that suddenly become a really good position?
Yep. The pylon especially.
Right. But the simple difference is your team was with you, your team was not with you. So it's going to be a learning curve of what's the high ground I can hold. That's part of the reason I struggle on Monkey is I'm not used to jumping the high grounds. I try, but like I don't practice it. But that's also why I usually default to Ball over Monkey. Because with Ball, but the rest of my team doesn't
Right.
exist. I could just fucking send it down.